can you love and be critical? That is speaking from two tongues. I tell you, my heart is to draw a circle to draw people in. And it's going to take a courageous people. You're right, people come and go. And they're perfect. I love what Floyd said. And I say this to myself, wherever they are, they're perfect. That's where they should be. You know, and do you know naturally energy levels off? Naturally, in a natural realm, energy, if the high energy and low energy doesn't, you're going to go, birds of a feather flock together. You know, it's going to be that way. But I tell you what, the only thing that I can preach in this building is what I am hearing. It's the only thing I can preach. I cannot preach, you know, I can only go where God is leading me. And I can only say the words that I am hearing and what is my heart. You know, and that I've got to be true to that. I cannot be true to anything else than that. And I believe that the way the only thing, what's changing? Let's go there. What's changing? Is it an outside world that's changing? Yes, but the things that are changing are in us. It says that heaven can come to earth. Isn't that what it said? So where it has to be changes is the changes in your heaven. And it's in a belief system. We are being shaken loose from those things that which have not served us. Like she was saying, I don't care to be called pastor. That does not do a thing for me. It really doesn't. Or evangelist, or apostle, or, I mean, it's fine. If that's where you are, I honor that. You know, I've seen people, they call themselves reverend. I honor that, but it doesn't mean afflict to me. I think we are a family. I feel like maybe I'm a little bit of a mother. That I'm just encouraging you to spread your wings and fly and to do those things that I know that are in you because I've seen it. God has shown me that the fullness of the Godhead dwells in every one of you bodily. That the things that Jesus Christ manifested on planet Earth, you can too. And that's what my heart is, to fan that within you, to say you don't have to be sick, you don't have to be weak, you don't have to be broke, you don't have to be worried about the bill collectors. You can help other people, give things away, you know, encourage others, love others, not stay in fear. Because I know that fear is there's only two things on this planet Earth. It's fear and love. You're either working out of love or you're working out of fear. And most of the people that are working out of fear are crying for our love. They need that love. And I love that. It is the truth. It's fear or love. Those are the two things that we're working out of. Those are things that we can ask ourselves. You know, I heard somebody say this week, you know, when you get into fear, you can ask, am I safe in this moment? Do I have everything I need in this moment? And I've started doing that to myself sometimes because, you know, people can, you know, they don't like you, or they're pressing you, or they're doing this, or they're doing that, or something happens in your family and you start getting into fear. But if we stay in the moment and we say, am I safe in this moment? Do I have everything I need in this moment? You know, that's what Jesus said, stay in the now. Call it today. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you, well, you know, it's almost 12 o'clock, but I'll do this another time. But really, what the things that I've been trying to say about the belief system are that Jesus Christ, the first Adam was a gardener. And I'll just say a little bit of what I was going to say. It said that we are to dress and to keep our garden. Doesn't it say that? And the garden is not out there. Your garden is right up here. You've got something that you have a power and authority to do, and that is to dress and to keep your garden. And I believe Jesus Christ came to planet Earth, and he showed us how to do it. He went into that wilderness, and all of these things were offered him. You know, if you be the Son of God, do this. If you be the Son of... And he took every one of those thoughts, and he pulled it captive to the reality that he was the Son of God. Yes. And you have something to do. It says pull every thought captive. Remember the wheat and the tares? It said that we are to bind those tares up. I think what's happened to us is we have a garden full of weeds. We haven't pruned our trees. Those are our thought systems. We just go along in the thought systems that we've had all along, thinking in those same paradigms, instead of pruning our trees. And we have the authority and the power. And I think the Bible, when I went back to Genesis this week and started reading what Adam was to do to dress and keep that garden, I started seeing that my garden's up here. And I have the authority to dress it, and I have the authority to keep it. I can prune those thoughts. I can pull those weeds, because it goes in and it says, I'm going to preach this again, but I'm just going to give you an overview today. But it says, you know, the parable of the tares and the wheat. It says, It goes in there and it said, let the wheat and the tares grow together. He said, should I go in there and get those tares? He says, no, no, not yet. Not till the harvest. Not till the fruit comes. Not till you're mature enough. Not till, let them grow together. And that's what's happening in our mind. The wheat and the tares, the wheat is the mind of God, and the tares are those weeds of unbelief, wrong precepts, wrong paradigms. He said, let them grow together until the harvest, until we mature, because you can kill them both if you do it too soon, because we haven't really known that right belief system. But then he says we are to go and bundle them up and throw them into the fire. We are to do that, to bundle those tares and throw them into the fire. And what is the fire? What is fire? Our God is a consuming fire. So what do? We take those tares and we bundle them up, and I've got all the meanings of those words, and we let the mind of God consume those false ideas, those false precepts. The Bible has one example after another of that. That you have the authority. I've listened to all and read the books. You know, they can give us all the problems, but they can't tell us how to correct our thinking, our stinking thinking. I believe the Bible tells us that. I really believe the Bible shows us way to capture those thoughts and take all into captivity. That means to put it in prison. You know that? I can remember some of the things I wrote. It means to put them in prison. What are those thoughts that don't align with the mind of God? When you're judging somebody, when you're criticizing, is that the mind of Christ? No. I don't think so. When you are thinking negatively about yourself, how do you stop that? See, I believe there are ways that we can stop those beliefs and capture them, encapsulate them, put them into the fire of God. And God is a consuming fire. So not only do we capsulate them, but we put them into that fire and they are totally consumed. You see, that's what I think some of the scientists, the biologists, they can lay down the problems, but they don't know the solutions. And I believe there are solutions in here if we read this book by the Spirit. And I believe you have the authority and you have the power within you because Jesus Christ did that. He took every thought, you know, every thought that Adam had. And what did they call him? The gardener. And what was Adam called? The gardener. And who are you? You are the gardener. You have the power to make this a paradise, to make this all good, like God said, to have beauty, harmony, peace, love, joy, all come out of you. You have the power to do that. Why was he called that gardener when he came out? And she said, I thought he was the gardener. And there he was. There was the gardener. And he had come and he had done what Adam couldn't do. He dressed and he kept his garden. And he pulled the weeds that Adam had planted. Because where did Adam go? He went to a wilderness. And we've been in the wilderness of the mind, waiting for that gardener within us to start doing that work, dressing and keeping that garden, that Christ in mind. You have power. You have authority. You know, we run here, we run there, and to other people to help us. But if we really could understand the principles of this Bible and the way that this Bible works and see how Christ did it, what did he come to do? He came to show us how he did that. And it says this, by the renewing of your mind, by the washing of the water of the Word. So we thought we had to read the Bible all day long. But that's not what it is. You're the Word of God. You can change the words within your belief system. You have the authority to change the words that, the thoughts within you.